Well, that's no good. Hmm. Aloha. So this week's going to be a little bit different. While I was working on my latest project, my angle grinder died on me. I originally thought it was a contact issue, like an electrical issue, and it ended up being an issue with my brushes. So this is a brushed motor. All right. So you can hear that click. So when you engage this, now this has a lock on it, this model, but when you engage that, that pushes that forward. So essentially what's happening, and how it works, is your 120, your AC that's coming in, these two wires here, come into this side, and then you have a physical switch. And so the switch has contacts inside, and so this is the power coming in. And so when this clicks, when you close those contacts, they then energize these wires that are going to the motor. Let's take a look at these brushes. So I just went online, looked up the model number, and ordered some brushes just from Amazon that would work with this model. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this right here, which is on there pretty tight actually. Wonder, you do want to be careful. There we go. And what I'm going to need to do is this spring right here, is I need to get that spring off. So this spring is what keeps this in tension and pushes the brush up against the motor. And the second brush is right there, so we're going to be replacing both of these. I need to move this. Now I might have to pull this thing up, so what I'm going to do is loosen this out. So what this is just a hold on that. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty worn down. So if we pull this out, you can see that. So compare this to that. The brush is just completely worn down. So we're going to slide that in, put that over, voila, just like magic. So one thing that I did on this first one, which was kind of a mistake, is I took the spring off. I realized after you don't really need to take that spring off. You can just tension it up and then pull the brush housing out. It ended up taking me a really long time to get that spring back in because it has to be wound. And so it's tight, it's pre-wound while it's in there. And so winding that up and getting it back in was really a huge pain. And so I made sure to not do that on the next one. So word of advice, avoid taking out the spring if you can. Voila. Let's go ahead and reconnect that. And let's go over to this side. Now I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. All I'm going to do on this side is lift that up. Oh, let's go ahead and pull this out first. Much better. Cool. So that's back in. So I have the brushes replaced. One thing that I did do though last time is I actually took this apart and I cleaned these contacts because I thought that was where the issue was those contacts. I thought this wasn't pushing the contact all the way in. But when I did that and I put it back together, I forgot to mark my wires, and so I might have reversed the polarity on them. I'm not going to put all of these in, I'm just going to put a couple. More or less curious to see if it's going to run. Alright, one more thing I want to do. So when I cleaned off those contacts, I might have reversed the polarity. I might have flipped the wires, which will cause it to rotate the other direction. And you can see here this arrow. This is saying rotate that direction. So if it's rotating this direction, I reverse the polarity, and I'm going to have to fix that. I don't know if I did. I should have marked those wires before I took them off to clean them. It's my bad. Okay. So, let's see if I can make some sparks. Nice. Revolution is going this way. So the revolution is going the right direction. Much better. Much better. Alright. So the bushings are still a little bit long. I think what I'm going to end up doing is shaving off just a little bit on the bushings, but I'll do that after. I'm just going to shorten it down a little bit so that they're not contacting the plastic end there. The springs are doing their job. But that is no good. Well, thanks for watching. Every once in a while, sometimes you gotta fix stuff. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Aloha.